Should you quit your job to become an independent game developer? Coming up. Hey everybody, I'm Travis Vroman. For those of you who are new to this channel, I upload videos with tips, tricks, and industry advice for game developers. So if that sounds like something that interests you, consider subscribing. So today I want to briefly talk about whether or not you should quit your job to become a full-time independent game developer. In short, the answer is it depends. The even shorter version of this is not if you want a stable income. So the first point that I really want to drive home about this is that it needs to be thoroughly understood that becoming a game developer in general, but especially an independent game developer, is no walk in the park. It's a serious grind, it's a hustle, and it's something that should not be taken lightly. The bottom line here is there are many people who have been successful at it. There are many people who have made millions of dollars. But those are the exception cases, because there are far many more out there who have either had to leave the industry or who are completely struggling on a daily basis just to put food on the table. This isn't necessarily to dissuade anybody from becoming a game developer, and I certainly don't want to do that. But I do want to set the realistic expectation that it's not a field that you can just walk into and think, hey, you know, I could just learn how to do this for 6 months and then boom, profit. And I can just live off that and work for myself and make tons of money for the rest of my life. Maybe that'll happen, maybe, but it's definitely not guaranteed. It's far from a guarantee, in fact. And like I said, it's predominantly an exception case. So the best advice that I can offer here is to keep your full-time job if you've got one, or even part-time job if you have one. Keep whatever job that it is that you have, so you've got that stable, known income rolling in constantly. Start off by doing game development as a hobby. If it turns into something that is very lucrative and is providing income for you to the point where you can quit your full-time job, then do that. But don't jump in with both feet thinking, I'm gonna take this huge risk and I'm just gonna jump in and do this, and I'm not really gonna plan it out, I'm just gonna make it work. That's a great attitude to have, but it's not really a realistic one. If you have any sort of bills, or you've got a house or an apartment, rent to pay, whatever, that is a really bad way to go about handling it. It's not something that you want to do, because chances are it's gonna come back and bite you. And when I say chances are, you know, there's probably a 90+% chance that it's not gonna work out. And again, it's not being pessimist about it, it's being realistic. The industry as a whole is very saturated. It's very difficult to find work because a lot of people want to work in the industry, right? It's a bit of a glamour industry. A lot of people want to go and work on the next Uncharted or World of Warcraft or one of those AAA type games and think that it's just a small learning curve of maybe even a couple of years and then they'll just get in there. Sure, that happens for some people. Some people come right out of college and they land that job, and that happens, and those people are extremely lucky. That certainly didn't happen for me, and I had to, you know, sort of claw and scrape and dig to get where I am now. So I really want to keep this short. I just wanted to post a quick video about this. Bottom line here is, if you're not making enough from your game development to pay all of your bills and then some, and by and then some, I mean at least 30 or 40% above what you actually require to live per month, don't quit your daily job to become an independent game developer. Do it on the side, keep it as a hobby. If it grows into something more than that, or it turns into something that provides more lucrative income, then absolutely you can jump to it. But don't jump in with both feet, with no plan, and expect that things are gonna work out for you in 6 months, because chances are they might not. They might, but they might not. I hope this didn't have too much of a negative vibe throughout the entire video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys later.